Mic check 1 2 1 2. Bum, bum. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Bum bum. You like my prayer songs? Excuse me. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Okay. This video is not sponsored by Gatorade. Sorry for all the smacking, y'all. But I just wanted to make this video because a lot of I don't have to talk that loud. I'm so sorry. I'm probably like well, I apologize. Um I wanted to make this video because I see a lot of you have a number of questions in regards to the boric acid video that I posted. If you have not already, go ahead and check that out, ladies. That is for you if you may be experiencing bacterial vaginitis, bacterial vaginosis, and you're just looking for some type of relief that can help. And I'm not guaranteeing that it's a cure or anything like that. I just am expressing something that I use that was mentioned to me by someone, and I've been using it ever since. So, a lot of questions that you guys have about the video. One of them in particular is, do you have to wear a panty liner when you? First of all, let me tell y'all what I'm talking about before we, get too deep. So pretty much, it's just a video of the boric acid suppositories and me letting you know what my experience was with them. I felt like I answered a lot of the questions in the video, but apparently not. So let me just go ahead and just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So when you are using these suppositories, you do want to use a panty liner, and I say that because, as I stated, it's going to come out like a white, kind of thick, milky discharge that is not only going to come out when you use the restroom. It's also going to come out when you're involved in intercourse, which is why I don't recommend you have any intercourse while you're taking these, inserting these suppositories, and it comes out during the day because it again is cleansing you. The boric acid is cleaning you out, so that stuff is going to be coming out of your vagina throughout the day or if you're asleep at night. So yes, if you want to protect your undergarments, your underwear, yes, you need to wear a panty liner to make sure that that stuff's not getting your pants. Of course, you could wash it out, but it's just like regular discharge or your light days of your period. You don't want to get that stuff on your underwear. So yeah, wear panty liners. Um, Another question I saw was, how far do you insert the suppository? And another young lady answered, I forgot her name, but she answered. So thank you for answering that. As far as you can go into your vagina. Of course, you don't want to sit there and like open your legs up like an eagle and just shove it as deep as you can go, but you want to put it up in there so that it can actually get to, where the part of your vagina that it needs to get to so that it can do what it needs to do. Okay. Another question I got asked was, how long do you use it? Well, if you read the instructions on the bottle, it tells you not to exceed 7 days. It says you can use it as often as you need, but not to exceed 7 days. So that's what I would recommend as well. I would advise you to go off of what the bottle says and what the instructions say, according to the suppository that you're using. Never try to go off and do your own thing. Not with this sort of thing, because I don't know what kind of side effects you could have. I never tried it, so I can't give you any advice on that. Okay. One thing I do want to bring to the light, and make super important, is that this is not a vaginal odor fix. Okay. These suppositories are not meant for you to be using every day of the week. I think I've seen a couple of comments with some females, excuse me, some women's saying that they are using this every day, and you are not supposed to be using it every day. Like I said, the bottle says 7 days and then you stop. Like, you don't just put one in every day or every 2 days. This is not for you to have a water smelling vagina every single day. Because one, you ain't even supposed to smell like water. If you do, great. But this is not what that's for. Okay, and what I want you to understand too is sometimes it's an underlying cause that you need to seek medical advice for. Like, all the other questions that y'all are asking me, like, I did all of this and I still stink, or Some women just stink, y'all. Some of y'all just stink. Okay, I know I get a little whiffy sometimes, but my it never just smells all the time every day, and some people's it just do. And you shouldn't feel bad if that is your flower, and so every flower is different. There's some flowers that can handle certain body soaps, and then there's certain flowers like mine. You put a scented anything on me, and I am going to have a 2000 I'm gonna have a major yeast infection. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody is different. And I do not want you to feel bad, my ladies who have reached out to me personally. I will not say your name out of respect and privacy, but please, it hurts my heart to know that you are not able to live your life to your fullest because you're struggling with vaginal odor. Understand this: if you're dealing with a man who can't handle a little stinchy stench, you don't need to be with him anyway, because that's what vagina is. Like, vagina is not a cup of water, like I explained before. Vagina is meant to smell and do vaginal things. So if who you're dealing with cannot accept who you are as a woman and as a person, then you need to move on with somebody who's mature and who know that every cat is not going to be unscented just because you ran across that one girl who might have smelled like water that day. Like, for example, you're like, I don't I've had my experiences. Like I said, I don't smell bad every day, but some days I've had a little whiffy whip. You know what I'm saying? Did that stop anything? Hell nah. It doesn't stop anything unless the man really just don't like you like that, and really just want to have sex with you anyway and don't really want to do nothing else with you. Then he's gonna try to make it a big deal, like, oh, you gotta smell like water. If I gotta smell like water, then you gotta be big as a horse. You gotta be big as a walrus. What are you saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. I expect you to be bigger next time. I expect you to be longer. You can't meet that expectation if it's something that is a part of your bodily function. Okay, so just get that out of our heads that vagina is supposed to smell like flowers and water. It's not. Okay, don't let that be your goal, ladies. The whole point of me making that video is because I struggle with bacterial vaginosis, and I had a lot of trips to the doctor and was sitting down talking to somebody like I'm talking to y'all, and was telling them, comfortable enough to tell them about my vaginal odor the same way y'all have came to me about yours, and they told me about boric acid, and that's the only reason why that video was made. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever feel bad because you got a little stinchy stench. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, my advice to you, and I'm just only giving advice, is that, and I'm not an advisor, is that if you are still having issues with your JJR, go on ahead to the doctor, go and schedule a doctor's appointment, go see what's up. You could have a long underlying disease. Not, it could be a STD that you might have that you're unaware of that might require more than a swab. You might need blood work. It could be the fact that you just stink. It could be the fact that the man that you're sleeping with can be sleeping with other people. It can be the fact that your vagina doesn't respond to semen very well. I know some women who every time they get, ejaculated in, we grown, it causes an odor, and that can be anything. It can be an allergic reaction to the man. It can be your body chemicals just don't mesh with his, whatever the reason is. You ain't always gonna smell like water. I don't care how much soap and water you use. I don't care how many suppositories you use when you're only supposed to use 7 days worth. Okay, so then in total that should be about 14 suppositories, because if you're using more than one a day, it should only be two. Okay, so just remember that. Get you some panty liners, or make sure me personally, when I first started like my period and stuff, I wasn't really taught how to I was embarrassed to ask my dad for pads. There was a point in time where I lived with him, so I used tissues. If you have tissue, use a tissue. It's not blood. It's just a creamy white consistency that's coming out of your vajayjay because it's getting cleaned out. Okay, girl? Wear you a penny liner. Don't exceed them 7 days. If after that you still stinking, you need to go to the doctor, which you should be going to the doctor anyway. I don't know why we're not going to the doctor anyway, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, but you should definitely be like regularly going to the doctor. If you're having a older, the last thing you should do is be running to YouTube or freaking Facebook or Google for medical advice or WebMD. All of that, go to your primary care doctor. Let them know I have tried X, Y, and Z and I still stink. I need to know what's going on. And your doctor will tell you. They can recommend stuff for you that might work that, boric acid may not have done for you. Okay. Again, all of this, just a disclaimer, is just me sharing my experience with you. But I hope that answered most of your questions. I know I only answered really a couple because some of them, a lot of y'all really helped out with answering. I just want to thank y'all so much. Um, just first of all, I want to give a shout out to everybody who has supported my channel, who has commented on my videos, who have liked, shared. I want to thank y'all so freaking much, y'all. I have finally reached 1,000 subscribers and I'm just so like, it took me so long because I'm so inconsistent, but my plan is to get better with that. And I'm just so happy. So now I'm just working on the watch hours, y'all. And if you could continue to support me and make sure that I get those watch hours up so I can start getting paid, But yeah. If you have would want to thank you guys. I love you guys. I thank you for helping me answer a lot of these questions. And some of these questions I was like, but y'all stepped in and y'all were very loving and helpful. And I just want to thank you all for that. And yeah, I pretty much answered everything I can answer. Okay. If you haven't watched the video, a lot of the answers are in that video, or I will, again, seek you some medical advice if you're still having issues, or do that first. And then I've even had women go to their doctor and talk to them about the suppositories, and then they give them, you know, boric acid, but it's a different brand or whatever. So it's not something that doctors are not aware of and not using. Okay. So don't be afraid to talk to your doctor about what you got going on. You could talk to sister girls like me. I still don't mind if you guys reach out to me on my social medias on Instagram, Facebook. I'm going to answer. I'm going to respond to any questions that I can. Because again, I'm not a licensed professional, but I can only, I can give you what I've experienced and what I know from experience from using the product. Okay. So I want to let y'all know that I love y'all and I will be tuning in soon. See you later.